Hi, I'm Omer Maman, VP of Marketing here at Healthee. Welcome to the Healthee Minute. I have a great pleasure to host here together with me Scott Borden, Senior VP of Sales and Business Development at WLT Software. Welcome to New York, Scott. Great to have you here.
Great to be here. What a friendly city. Actually,
Right.
I've had a lot of fun here.
What was the last time that you've been here?
When I was in high school,
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. You told
it's been
me.
nearly 40 years since I've been in New York City, here in the city.
So-
So a long time.
So basically, Healthee brought you back to the city, right?
Upstate New York, I've been up there a lot.
You've been looking for a reason to go to the city. I'm happy that Healthee is the main
Empire
reason.
State Building,
Right, yeah.
all the stuff, Wall Street.
It's way more interesting to come visit a city when you have, AI subjects to talk about, right?
Yeah, especially when AI tells you the cool places to go visit, so that worked out well.
All right, cool. So great to have you here. Let's just start, let our viewers get to know you better. So you want to start by telling us what is WLT, what you guys do.
So WLT provides the infrastructure for third-party administrators all over the world, actually. We have some TPAs as far away as Guam.
Oh,
But we provide the claims where the big claim comes in and then we reprice it, send it out to the PPO network and make sure that the correct amount is paid to the correct person. A lot of times it's instantaneously. It's automatic adjudication. So it's really cool how that works. So we're the infrastructure that a lot of people don't even know when they talk to a TPA, that we're the ones actually sending the money around and sending all the data and the claims data and fixing it up to make sure that it's the right amount.
so you're the good guys behind the scenes.
Yes, we try to fix it. I wish we could reduce it lower, but unfortunately, at least we can get it down to the correct amount. Because sometimes when you get a charge master bill comes in for a claim, it can be 5 or 10 times as
Right.
much as what it was actually supposed to be. So we whittle it down as much as we can to make sure that the right amount is paid.
I see. So I just want to be honest with you. It took me a week just to be able to pronounce a claim adjudication properly.
Yeah, I still can't say it right all the time. I struggle with it.
So maybe you'll explain to our viewers what does it mean, claim adjudication, and how WLT kind of mitigating it.
Sure. Since we like AI, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give us the definition of
cool.
adjudication.
Yeah.
So the somewhat magical process of shrinking that eye-poppingly expensive hospital bill down to a more wallet-friendly number, like when you finally find a coupon for half off a pizza you already ordered. Or number 2, the reason you only need to sell a few pieces of secondhand furniture instead of your entire house to cover your medical costs. So adjudication turned my holy guacamole doctor's bill into a gentle extra guac, please. So I love that.
We love AI.
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah, I
right?
do. I thought that was great from ChatGPT. I think it does a good job of explaining medical bills start out so ridiculously high, and even the end number is still too high in today's world. But at least if we can get it accurate and not allow some of those fraudulent charges to go through, we're able to find lots of charges where they're double billed, triple, quadruple times, and so on and so forth. So when we find those things and pull those out, it can help save the plan sponsor, the employer, the employee a whole lot of money.
I see. Interesting. Let's take the discussion to a more personal view. Tell to our viewers, where did your career start?
Well, I first got my insurance license in 1989. So
Okay.
I'm almost 36 years into this industry. I kind of gravitated towards health savings accounts. I'm kind of known as the HSA guy. I still have that license plate. I've had that license plate for like 18 years now, for a long, long time. When HSAs first came out in 2004, a local talk radio guy in Kansas City said, hey, could you explain to my listeners what an HSA is? So I went on his show, and it's like we had a blast, just explaining HSAs, which I still think a lot of people don't understand health savings accounts. Most people say it's use it or lose it, right? No, that's the flexible spending account. We're talking about health savings account.
Right.
When people have a vested interest in not spending their own healthcare dollars. So it's a fantastic tool. Now, none of us like the high deductible health plan requirements. So a lot of people don't like HSAs, but it's not the HSA itself that they don't like. It's typically the high deductible health plan. So what I set out to do 20 plus years ago was really sit down with people and explain some of these tough concepts of insurance in a way that people can understand. Talk radio was a great way to do that. So I started doing that back then. Primarily, I've been a licensed broker, a benefit advisor most of my career. I did gravitate towards HSA, so I've been working with some of the point solutions and really delivering what I call the healthcare consumerism ecosystem with aligned incentives, building that out for employers so that we can truly drive savings. And in fact, working with independent TPAs is something that I often say, we not only have the opportunity, but we also have the responsibility to drive savings and innovation into a healthcare system that basically is not sustainable in its current trajectory. So we have a lot of work to do. So I love finding partners like what you're doing at Healthee that share that vision, that can really work together with us to deliver and drive innovation into basically almost an old, stagnant healthcare status quo loving industry that wants nothing to do with saving money because they're making too much money off the status quo.
So after 20 plus years of experience, tell us, what do you think is the biggest mistake that organizations make when they pick their TPA?
When picking a TPA, I think a lot of times TPAs have a built box, and this is all they're going to offer. So if you want to go outside of that box, there's really nothing they can do about it. But a lot of times it's not really the TPA, it's the underlying software, the adjudication provider.
Right.
That's the one that doesn't give them allow them to do that innovation. And that's why I'm so glad to be with WLT, because we custom build all of our solutions. If someone wants to do something outside the box, hey, let's do it, let's go for it.
For the employers that are watching right now, can you give them like the 5 questions that they need to ask the TPAs before they engage with them or before they move forward with them?
Are you going to build out a custom plan for me? How much customization will I be allowed to do? Here's a real important one that our entire industry is struggling on the adjudication side. How long will it really take to get this implemented? Because some people in this space are taking not only months, sometimes years.
Wow.
To get some of these companies implemented if they wanted some of these outside the box solutions. If you're right inside the box, they might be able to do it within 6 to 12 months, something like that. Sometimes they can't even do that. But if you want anything outside of that box at all, you could really be in for a long, long wait. So if you're looking for an innovative company, a partner that'll truly stay with you in the long run, that'll scale with you, allow you to grow what you want to grow, open up new avenues. For example, 43% of the clients that have been with WLT have been with us over 20 years now. We don't lose clients because the customer service is there. If they have a question, we will answer it for them. And we will give them the innovation. We will grow with them. However they want to grow, whatever they want to add, whatever solutions they want to adapt and implement, we're there for them.
Right. I remember seeing in the WLT conference that we attended last year that you share the engagement of your customers, and basically we were able to speak to your customers and see how engaged they are, and they walk with you for years. And the fact that you say our customers don't leave, it's such a strong statement. For me, as a VP of marketing of a young SaaS company, I think it's a goal to be able to create some kind of an engagement and I would say brand recognition that our customers will go without the whole journey. So it's it's absolutely inspiring, and it speaks volumes for sure.
We listen to our customers. In fact, at the conference, one thing that's very unique, we have an entire session for 2 hours where our clients are in a room together without WLT in the room, and they get to share their ideas and they get to actually give us the roadmap for any changes that they want in our system for the next year. Now, how often you have to really be confident in your customer service and in your clients loving you in order to let them speak amongst themselves without someone from WLT being in there to monitor that particular room.
Yeah. We always talk about voice of the customer, right, and how important that is, but you actually walk the talk, and that's beautiful.
Yes, that's so important.
I love it. Where did your career start?
Actually in Kansas City. I've lived within 80 miles of Kansas City my entire life. So yes, I agree with you. Go Chiefs. And if we don't win, then you can edit this out. Is that what you said? Okay, all right. So we'll do it that way. So yes, I've always been within Kansas City. However, WLT is in Clearwater Beach, Florida. So right outside of Tampa, right near the warm water. So winters in Clearwater are significantly warmer than here in New York or in Kansas City, by the way.
I just landed from Tampa yesterday, and I have to say that it's not as warm as you promised, right?
Well, it
was a bit chilly. You're right, it's warmer there. It was a bit chilly week. So tell me, what's going to be the one word that your teammate will describe you with?
Let's go with chatty. Yeah, I do talk a lot. I think that comes from the talk radio background, so on and so forth. But yeah, I do like to talk. I'll talk to the Walmart greeter. Doesn't matter. I just talk to
Come on,
everyone.
Scott, we said one word.
Chatty.
Chatty. All right, that is. All right. And finally, what advice would you give to companies trying to access and understand their claims data?
Well, you have to have access to your claims data, and you need to have access to it instantaneously, real time. Because you can't fix what you can't measure.
Right.
And unfortunately, in a fully insured healthcare plan today, you don't have access to any of the data. So people are flying blind. I use the analogy, it's like your check engine light came on, and now the repair shop says, yeah, you owe $4,000. I said, well, what was wrong? Well, it was actually just a real small part that you could have swapped for only $400, but you don't know that. All you know is it's all broken. So you've got to have access to the data. It needs to be real time, and you need to understand the story that it's telling you, and that's what we can help you with.
And I think this is the beauty of our connection, right, between WLT and Healthee, because this is exactly what we do with health benefits, right? We give access, we use technology, we give clarity and transparency, and I think this is why this engagement is so natural for both companies.
I completely agree.
So thank you, Scott. It was great to have you here. And if you guys have any ideas for questions that we need to ask our future guests, just throw them in the comments below and we'll add them to the next episode. Bye-bye.